What's going on to you crabs out here? All right. Hopefully y'all are having a great day. Good morning. So you have the four of Raphael, and you crabs also have the four of Gabriel. So, and then you also have the Epiphany, right? Which is like the Hermit card. So let's break this thing down, right? Let's actually break this down. So you have someone basically who knows essentially that they messed up, but at this point, it's way too late for them to apologize or to do anything for you, right? The reason why I'm saying that is because the Four of Cups, the Four of Gabriel, they would like to be in a marriage with you, plain and simple, right? They would like to be in some form of long-term relationship with you, but they know that that's going to be very difficult due to the fact that they're not with you anymore. And considering how mean you crabs' walk away game is, more than likely they're probably not ever going to get a chance to really uh, see you face to face like that ever again. And the epiphany represents they didn't realize how much they cared about you until after. But like it is, I said before, that is a hyena's language on either side, because both sides could be hyenas. But or anyone can be a hyena. But they didn't realize this up until after. But, they're hard-headed. So it takes them losing someone that is important in order for them to actually start acting like they have some form of common sense, unfortunately. And so the Seven of Gabriel and the Nine of Gabriel represent while you crabs are essentially enjoying your life and hopefully trying to build something new with someone else. So there's a sense of you crabs being in a relationship with someone brand new or looking to, right? Still looking to be in said relationship with someone brand new, not looking behind you, right? Not looking behind you, looking to the back of you, trying to figure out, okay, who is it that you left that you're not even talking to anymore? And then going back there trying to find out who's back there that you stopped talking to. No, you crabs are obviously moving forward. Always. And why that's so important in the first place is because the nine of Gabriel here represents, you're trying to create something brand new. You're trying to create something brand new for yourself and essentially start over. That's the one thing about plants. Plants are immortal. That's the one thing about plants. Like a plant could be reborn. All you need to do is essentially get the seeds, plant them again, and you could always have a brand new plant if you do it right. So the thing is that you have the page of Ariel and the divine guidance. So page of Ariel and the divine guidance right here represents how but and you crabs are making very good decisions as well. Not only that too, but it's also a sense of maybe some of you crabs have gotten a little bit more religious or started to rekindle your relationship with the Lord, the religious Lord. Some of you may started to become a lot more spiritual because a lot of you crabs are beginning to understand that there's nothing out here, and that it's just that they put it like this: the people that's making a lot of the noise are dysfunctional people. And so you're looking, but at the same time you got to really look, because you could look in the church or the mosque. You could look they're not in the clubs, I'll tell you that. I've never been to a club in my life. I don't want to go. um the library, uh Home Depot, you know what I'm saying? uh the job, okay, if you want to look at the job, okay, fine. If you want to look on the job, I don't suggest it, but you know I guess we're in messed up situations anyway, so the job, right? But decent people are in a lot of different places. It's just that you have to essentially look, because both sides of decent people, regardless of whatever you into, are there. It's just that they're in a messed up disposition of like dysfunctional people speaking for the whole group, in essence. So what it is that you crabs are having is you having people that basically are the ones that are the loudest in the room, dysfunctional people. So the decent, good people on either side are really staying quiet and going about and minding their business. So and then you crabs also have the Ace of Ariel, right? So the Ace of Ariel, the Ace of Michael, and the perspective represents, you being valuable when you meet someone. You being valuable when you actually meet someone, and someone has to be valuable to you too. You know what I'm saying? They just can't be out here being on some nonsense. They got to be valuable to you too. Otherwise, what exactly would be the point of you trying to get to know them in the first place? For sure, 100%. And so because of that, a lot of you crabs understand that, you just don't know where it is that you're looking for them. I told you, in the church, the mosque, uh, if if you're religious, if you're a Moor, might try the Moor Science Temple of America. Make sure that it's not incorporated. Um, uh, you could bump into them in a record store. I mean, they're everywhere. It's just that I ain't gonna say everywhere, but they're in a lot of different places. You just have to know what to look for, right? Like if they minding their business, if they quiet, if they, um, if you get into a conversation with them, which is the vetting process. If you get yourself into a conversation with them and like you find out a little bit something about them, and they're not really the going to the club and partying and sipping on something or puffing on something, then um, then again too you never know. But the whole club thing, that more than likely will be out. Like I said, the bookstore, right? Barnes and Noble, they might be playing video games. I mean, you never know. Like, to be honest with you, to be real with you, you know, um, you just have to look. And so the situation for you crabs is that a lot of you crabs are looking, but you've been looking in the wrong places, right? Concerts and all that other type of stuff. I would stray away from concerts, because like you gotta understand that like decent people are kind of on the fringe. Decent people are very much so solitary now. They're going about their business, they're going to work, they're handling their business, and then they doing whatever hobby they want to do, right? They might be at the gym, they're at the gym, right? Decent people. There might be a lot of decent people at the gym, but essentially they going to work, handling their business. They might go to the gym, and then they basically handling their business, you know? They might be actually keeping up with their hobby and stuff like this, stuff that they really gravitate to. And that's really what it's about, to be real with you. As far as, as far as like, as far as like being loud and being boisterous and all that, a lot of decent people aren't really doing that because they're solitary. So you crowds are looking for decent people, try those places. Try Barnes and Noble, try the library. Real talk. A lot of decent people like to read. A lot of indecent people, they don't like to read. You be asking them, what have you read within the past month? They can't give you an answer as to what it is that they've even read in the past 2 months, all the way up to potentially 2-3 months. They They always spread misinformation. Oh my gosh, that's one of the things that people who are these fake activists, they do so much. They always trying to get real active, but then you can tell that they don't really do the research to what it is that they be choosing to talk about. You know, this is what it is that you riding for, but you don't really have an understanding of what you riding for. Like, because people can talk to me about more science. People can talk to me about my philosophy, my spirituality, how I handle my business. And I can explain to them, I can articulate it and explain to them why I think this way. I can explain to individuals, well, the reason why is because I was 14 years old and I got initiated into the knowledge. It wasn't an initiation like a Freemasonic thing. When I say initiated, I mean like learned this knowledge at 14 years old, 13 years old, going on 14. And I grew up with the knowledge because once you know, you can never go back to not knowing again. And one thing led to another where I was learning so much, my mind was expanding. I just kept going. I just kept learning. I just kept going because ever since I was not 8 years old, 9 years old, I discovered about myself that I love learning. Right? It's learning isn't something that I despised or something that I didn't like. I actually like learning. So still do, as a matter of fact. I like learning. So I just kept it because I realized at a young age that like school is meant to be learned and then you take it with you. So knowledge is meant to be like that too. You take it and then you apply it. You take whatever knowledge that you have and then you apply it. Knowledge without appliance of the knowledge is essentially data. It's useless. You just learned it and then you're not actually planning on doing anything with it for real, for real. So I always took knowledge like it has to be applied in some shape, form, or fashion in my life where it could be useful to me. Otherwise, I may have learned it, but at the same time, I'm not using it. So what I learned, even though I didn't necessarily understand what it was and it was part of the learning process in on itself, it's useless up until the point where I can actually use it or apply it some way. And so growing up with that mentality, you understand what I'm saying? So I can understand why certain things happen that way that it did, right? You know, so let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Ace of Michael. You have the Knight of Cups, Two of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Four of Cups, and then, sorry about that, and then you have the Ten of Cups to clarify the Ace of Michael, which is like, which is when someone meets you, you crabs would want them to be valuable to you, right? Or not, and not make it into a competition between the two of you. But the Knight of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, that's going to take a person that has dealt with their own personal issues and hang-ups, right? For you and them to actually be able to get along. Because I've talked about this before, there is a lot of jealousy within relationships. Like, you would be surprised at how many times people are jealous of their own consort or spouse or relationship significant other. Like, you would be surprised. They dating them and yet they praying for their downfall because they're jealous of them. Like, outrageous, wild stuff. And so for you crabs, the Four of Cups now and the Ten of Cups is all about how, again, you know, people usually get over the jealousy and the envy when you're not around because you're too far away. And the distance is what makes them think, because they don't learn their lesson when they're in the thick of it, when it's actually happening around them. That's how stupid some people are. But you crabs, y'all already know the deal. You crabs are usually thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 moves ahead. That's why it is that you end up leaving in the first place, because these people are downstairs. There's nothing that you could really do with them at that point. But that's pretty much it, though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100,000. We at 20,400 and change. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. There will be some times to where, unfortunately, YouTube will unsub you from the channel. I don't know why it does that. So you will have to manually sometimes come back to check to see if you're still subscribed. Yeah, then resubscribe. I don't know why YouTube does that, but unfortunately they do that. Anyway, please come through and get a personal reading from me, Crabs. I haven't had y'all come through in a long time. I would like for more y'all to come through. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's it, though. Peace. Have a good one.